Sundays for the boys, baby. But first, we got to go over a lot of important stuff going on in the stock market this week. All eyes are going to be on CPI data. The U.S. inflation data will be announced on Tuesday, September 13th. The inflation report could determine the size of the Federal Reserve's rate hike at this month's policy meeting, which is September 20th to the 21st. Investors are jittery about the prospects of another outsized interest rate hike from the Fed. U.S. inflation has reached a 40-year high this year. And though the economy saw 2 negative quarters of GDP, which is commonly viewed as a sign of recession, unless you're Joe Biden, low unemployment and strong spending show activity has not yet slowed significantly. So I'm going to give you 4 stocks to watch that are setting up beautifully on the charts that could lead to some excellent day trading opportunities this week. Let's hop right into it. The first stock we are going to go over is Meta. Look at this daily chart. Meta had a beautiful day on Friday, made an incredible trade on it. If you're interested in seeing that trade, the link for that video is in the description below. On the daily chart, Meta is putting in a wedge. And as you can see on the daily chart, we broke out of the most recent wedge and look at the day it put in. Now, if we go to the weekly chart, Meta is getting ready to break a weekly wedge, and that's very powerful. If Meta can get above 170 this week, your next stop is 175, and if you get over 175, Meta is clear to 180, and then it's off to the races. So definitely going to be looking at Meta this week for some day trades, especially if the market stays strong. The next one is Apple. Apple on the weekly chart looks absolutely incredible. A 7-week bull trend that pretty much led the S&P 500. A nice 50% pullback if you were to draw a Fibonacci Alfredo. And look at this weekly hammer. That's bullish, baby. That's bullish. Apple just releasing the news on the new iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Pro Max. Getting a nice catalyst, a lot of volume coming in. Apple on the daily chart's gotten above the 9 EMA and has clear skies to 160. If Apple can get above 160, your next stop is 164. Apple is only about $15, $20 from all-time highs. Very strong stock to be in, and a stock that I'll be watching this week if the market continues to stay strong. Next one up, Amazon. Look at Amazon breaking this downtrend and having an absolute massive gap up and a massive day all the way up to the 20-period moving average. If we can get above 134, your next stop on Amazon will be 137, and then the sky's the limit back to all-time highs. Going to be watching Amazon this week. Now, let's look at some bear stocks. What happens if we get bad CPI data? Nvidia. Nvidia is one I'm watching on the bullish and the bearish side, right? Kind of rejected off the 9-period moving average, but look at this. A lot of price discovery right here. If we were to gap up Monday morning, you have a clear move from 144 to 149, 150, deciding on the gap. And if we break 150, that psychological level, sky's the limit. Back up to the 20-period moving average, which sits at 163. However, there is a stock I like a little bit better than Nvidia, and that's AMD. AMD on the daily chart looks a lot better than Nvidia does, a lot stronger. Now, keep in mind, with the news coming out that chip stocks like Nvidia aren't able to sell to China and Russia no more, that's going to really hamper their profits. I think Nvidia is feeling that a little bit more than AMD is, and AMD had a really choppy day on Friday. The trading hasn't been great intraday, but I am watching these stocks for either bullish or bearish moves this week. Going over the overall market, the market snapped a losing streak and put in a pretty much 3-day ripper. Breaking it down on the weekly chart, we had a nice bounce off support here at the 390 level, and we closed above the 20 and the 9-period moving average on the weekly. This is a bullish engulfing, so I'm looking for bullish continuation on the SPY, and in my opinion, now I don't have a crystal ball, that CPI data is going to be lower, all right? And if that happens, the market's going to rip. Now, if CPI data comes in higher, the market's going to continue to sell off. And that's just my opinion. Guys, we hit 100 subscribers on this channel. I want to thank you for that. If you're looking for an excellent strategy to trade in the stock market with a high win percentage, click this video right here. If you wanted to watch me trade that strategy live, click this video right here. Hit that subscribe button, turn the bell notification on so you can stay tuned for future videos, and I will see you on the next one. Enjoy football.